Your magic ends here. 'Twas an act of charity.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Hello, this is BSJ, and this video is going to be a brief overview on antimage as a hero in general. So antimage is a strong semi-carry that really peaks in the mid-game when he comes online sooner than other heroes because of his ability to farm faster than most other carries in the game, as well as his mobility around the map, ability to split push and get a lot of levels and farm on his own. He's a hero that I believe is for intermediate carry players. He helps you work a lot on your farming patterns as well as your split pushing abilities, but he's a hero that if you don't know how to do either of those very well, he may help you learn, but he's a hero that will be very useless for a very long time in the game without the proper item timings. So he's a hero that will punish you a lot for not farming properly, so he's a hero that I believe, like I said, you should have a little bit of experience going in as a carry player in order to not get punished so heavily that you cannot actually learn anything from playing the hero because you'll lose your games too quickly. When keeping in mind about thinking about picking anti-mage, he's a hero that heavily in the past has not been able to contribute to the rest of his team early on with team fighting. That's not so much the case anymore with the changes to items such as Vanguard and Abyssal Blade in 6.87, as well as general just the meta playstyle that's occurring now with the new style of playing carries that are much more involved generally earlier on. Antimage is a hero that still suffers from weak comeback mechanic, as well as, he takes a lot of farm on the map. So that's not something he suffers from, but he's something that you want to keep in mind when picking him, that, you don't want to be picking him on a team where all the other heroes, you have 3 other carries or 4 other carries, or necessarily picking him early on in the draft, especially in pubs, because of the fact that, if you first or second pick anti-mage and the rest of your team picks carries, that's just going to be a tough game to play in general. So he's a hero that I believe is a highly situational pick and competitive, because a lot of times they have the coordination to shut him down in all stages of the game, as well as pressure him early on. And also, he's much less situational in pubs because of the fact that it requires coordination to deal with such a high survivability mobility hero that, oftentimes in pubs they lack the coordination to do so. Once you really feel like you have the basic knowledge of a carry, how to practice last hitting in lane, how to understand, pulling the camps and all the mechanics behind that, and how to at least farm decently, Antimage is a great hero to learn some more advanced concepts in a basic way on a hero that is much more forgiving because of his high survivability and mobility around the map, to be able to show up to fights even if you don't necessarily have, the correct TP timings or, what have you. He's much more forgiving because of his high mobility and farm speed in general, that even if you're slightly late on your items, you can come back very quickly with Battle Fury. So when looking to pick Antimage or looking to play Antimage, really keep these concepts in mind. And for more in-depth concepts on each specific trait of Antimage, check out my other guides on GameLeap.